Courage is not merely the willingness to confront external challenges, it's also the ability to face oneself, to stand resolute in the presence of our own flaws, fears, and potential. This is a task of profound difficulty because it demands a level of honesty that most of us instinctively shy away from. The courage to face oneself is, therefore, a willingness to peel back the layers of self-deception and recognize the shadowy corners of our inner being. This is the realm of the shadow self, a concept illuminated by the profound insights of the legendary Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. This is the process of individuation, the integration of the shadow with the conscious self. It is through this integration that you reclaim the power and energy we have been using to suppress those parts of ourselves. This process is not for the faint of heart, but it is a prerequisite for genuine growth, inner peace, and ultimately happiness. Our shadow self exists in our subconscious and is made up of all the parts that we have tried to repress or learn to view as negative or undesirable. Picture it like this. Your mind is like a majestic mansion, harboring a secret room, our shadow self. In this concealed chamber, we stash away parts of ourselves deemed unacceptable, our unacknowledged fears, desires, and facets of our identity that we, consciously or unconsciously, choose to bury, creating a subtle but profound influence on our life choices. In our early years, we learn societal norms, defining what's good or bad. Our shadow self becomes the custodian of the unconventional dreams, mischievous streaks, and passions we were told to hide. However, as we navigate adulthood, the shadow self continues to influence our relationships, career choices, and self-perception. Ever found yourself shying away from risks or stifling your passions due to fear of judgment? Have you ever caught yourself doing something that's made you think, "Wow, I don't know why I did that. That's really not like me"? This will be your shadow self. Our shadow self whispers doubts and fears, convincing us that certain parts of ourselves won't be accepted or successful. It's like an invisible hand steering us away from our authentic desires, nudging us toward the perceived safety of the familiar, even if it means settling for a life that feels less fulfilling. Unveiling the impact of the shadow self involves a courageous act of self-discovery. It requires turning on the light in that secret room and examining what's stored there. By acknowledging and embracing the hidden aspects, the unexplored passions, those untapped talents, we can begin to release the hold of the shadow self on our potential. Imagine a life where the shadow self is not a hindrance, but a guide, revealing the untapped reservoirs of strength, creativity, and authenticity. It's about reclaiming the dreams we stowed away, acknowledging the passions we feared to pursue, and allowing our true potential to shine through the shadows. But for many, we distract ourselves with the noise of the world, burying our discontent under layers of achievement, pleasure, and even denial. But avoiding our shadow self, we avoid the truth, which will only amplify the internal chaos. By acknowledging the parts of ourself that we would rather hide, we begin to integrate them. We transform that internal chaos into order. What emerges from this courageous confrontation is a profound sense of clarity. This does not mean we become perfect, instead we become whole. And that key to our liberation. Ironically, they are the very things we fear to face. Courage is the doorway to this state of being. It is the starting point of a journey that, though difficult, is the most meaningful path any of us can take.